And for the business page, the Aquino administration eyes the early passage of proposed 2014 national budget House Committee deliberations on the 2.268 trillion peso national outlay, which is scheduled to start tomorrow. Freddie Abando reports.
The House Committee on Appropriations will be fully engaged for the next 2 months in reviewing the proposed 2014 national budget of 2.268 trillion pesos. The President's economic advisors, led by Budget Secretary Florencio Abad, Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima, Economic Planning Secretary Arsenio Balitaan, and Bangko Sentral Governor Amando Tetanco, will present the government's national expenditure program, revenue sources, and the overall economic picture of the country. Next year's budget is performance-based. Every peso will be accounted for based on the outcomes and output of every government agency. House Committee Chairperson Congressman Isidro Ungab said every item in the budget will undergo strict scrutiny. No insertions will be allowed, realignments or cuts are possible.
For every particular agency, meron siyang performance indicator. So this performance indicator would be the figures that quantifiable figures that he would, or that the office must reach at the end of the year. If not, then mananagot na sila during the next budget hearing. They will be asked why they did not meet your targets. And also, this could be a good basis for possible, let's say, if the executive will grant extra incentives or bonus. So that would be a good basis for that bonuses.
Insertions are really discouraged and minimized. Even alterations or modifications, realignments are also discouraged for purposes of transparency. But I think as long as there's sound reason behind advocacy, there's always a possibility to tweak the budget a little bit.
The top 5 departments with the biggest allocations are Department of Education with 336.9 billion pesos, DPWH with 213.5 billion pesos, DILG 135.4 billion pesos, Defense with 123.1 billion, Health gets 87.1 billion pesos. The DSWD has an allocation of 79 billion pesos, close to 63 billion pesos will be invested on the conditional cash transfer program. The Priority Development Fund for members of both houses of Congress amounts to 25 billion pesos, under fire for several weeks now due to the expose of a 10 billion peso pork scam. Legislators vowed to retain their 70 million peso allocation.
The PDAF is already included there, and it's very transparent. So this time, yung congressman has to really declare kung ano yung kaniyang PDAF. So the menu is there, it's very clear now.
The PDAF, rightfully, in any government, in any country in the world, it's PDAF here, it's called earmarking. In the U.S. Congress, in the European Parliament, it is part of the business of politics. You should have a say, more or less a voice in telling government, this is where our poor is. This is where the vital infrastructure should go.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.